Hi all, welcome to my second video for the 2025 MacroFactor Body Transformation Challenge. This video is created to help document my challenges and my advantages that I have going into the challenge here. I thought it would be helpful to share information about myself, some of the things that are in my life that make doing this possible, and some of the things that might make this harder on me. I thought that would be both a good kind of base point to level set with folks, but also representation matters. And there's some things that I think other people might also experience, and it might be nice to see someone else have to struggle with some of that. But it also might mean that I'm not as relatable to certain people, and that's totally okay too. You know, this channel is mostly for me and for people who it can help, I don't know. So the first part is I will start with some advantages. Or a little bit about myself, maybe, if you want to call those advantages too. I am in my mid-30s. I am about 5'4", so, fairly average height. I am 120 about right now, so also nothing too crazy, kind of mid to low BMI, I think that puts me at for right now. I own a house, I don't have kids, I do work a desk job, so it's not like I'm up moving around all the time. I thankfully do get to work from home, but it is like 8 to 10 hours a day that I am often sitting, and I have meetings that make it really hard to even get up and move around sometimes at all for an hour or two or more. Those days where you have like 4 meetings in a row can be kind of tough. So a lot of my work is done before work, or a lot of my exercise is done before work or after work, or I do my best to try to get my steps as I can during the day, but I'm not able to, sit and go outside all of the time and whatnot. So there's that. In terms of a bit about myself that's also kind of challenging, I have ADHD, and I am on the autism spectrum. Both those things I have had diagnosed for a long time now, since I was in my teens, so they're not new. And I do have fairly well coping strategies, or at least as well as you can, and I am on meds for my ADHD. I'm sharing this information because, again, I think that one of the big challenges with fitness and with diet is staying motivated, and ADHD makes some of that really hard. The consistency parts can be really challenging. And while I don't really plan to sit and talk about that a lot in my videos, I do think it's relevant and wanted to share. The other thing that I just mentioned, the autism piece, that again, I don't think is necessarily going to be super relevant to a lot of the content. And so while I might bring it up once in a while if it's necessary or related, I wanted to just share because I think that does impact something for me with my food. For example, I have really weird food sensitivities and selections, and the stimulus and all of that. I don't like weird things, and that can actually make getting my nutrition really, really hard. So in terms of how that's related, that's maybe what you're going to see, and I can talk a little bit in my videos about what I do for my own nutrition, and maybe that'll help other people in the similar boat. I don't really know, but we'll see. And then finally, in case you did notice, yes, I realize my eyebrows are a bit spotty. This is definitely not something I'm going to talk about, but just in case someone points it out, I have trichotillomania, and I'm almost 60 days with no picking on my eyebrows or eyelashes. I'm really proud of myself. That's the longest I've been. And so the fact that I can do that for 60 days, maybe I can do this fitness challenge. So those are some of my challenges that I'm going to experience. Oh, I also, more medical stuff, I know. I have endometriosis. So other women out there who are experiencing that or other reproductive challenges, there you go. That's me. Hi, I got some of that. So I deal with the bloating, the pain, and all of that fun stuff that goes along with trying to stay in shape. So with that said, again, lots of challenges that I have to try to get through, but some advantages are I work from home, like I said. I don't have kids, so I don't have to worry about time for that. But I do have dogs, and I do have like my job and my master's degree and all that other stuff. So I'm not saying like I have infinite amount of time, but I definitely do have some time that I can contribute to this. So that'll be exciting. Other advantages I have are that I'm not really new to logging my food. I'm not really new to weights to some degree. Like, I've been doing it on and off for a little over a year at this point. I've been really consistent since September. And I am also, I log my food. I've been logging my food on and off for years. So I've really liked MacroFactor the last few months. That's made such a big difference and has allowed me to be a little bit more mindful about what I'm eating, as well as staying within any of my goals. And that's been fantastic. It's really made the whole logging thing a lot better than like my Fitbit, for example. So, with that said, hopefully that helps give you a little bit of a better idea on who I am. But I will see you in my next video. And my next video, I'm going to talk a little bit about my strategy and how I plan to approach this challenge. So see you then.